Raja Casablanca faced AS FAR in Casablanca for the second game of the league. As was expected from the two best teams currently in Morocco, the clash between the two teams was tough, and both of them were prepared for the game. So let's take a look at what happened in the Moroccan classico. Raja starts with a basic 4-3-3 formation, but what's special about it is how it transforms during the build-up. First of all, they always start the attack as slowly as possible to give the full-backs time to advance very wide, allowing them to take charge of both sidelines. This provides the wingers with the ability to cut inside and play in the half spaces. But what are the benefits of this process? Firstly, as the wingers drop inside, they force the opponent's fullbacks to follow them, which creates space for Raja's fullbacks to overload and advance. This in turn forces the opponent's wingers to join the defense to cover the lines. Additionally, this leads to another issue for the opponent by forcing them to press with just 2 players up front, facing 3 players and an excellent keeper who is so good in playing with his feet, making the pressing tactic pointless. So as we can see, the first part of the process involves reshaping the opponent's defense and forcing them to drop back. After that, the progress with the ball starts. With the overload in the initial phase of build-up, Raja consistently finds a free player who has enough time to make the right forward pass. After that, the plan is to find one of the players in the half spaces to come and ask for the ball, dragging a defender with him and playing it quickly to the nearest player, who then delivers it to the third man who's already making a run into the free space behind the defense. And that's what we're going to see in this action. After manipulating the 2 players who were pressing, the defender found himself free to advance with the ball and play a precise pass to Yusri Bazouk. However, the action didn't succeed because the defender decided not to follow him. Just after the defender made his move, and at the same moment, Magazzi made the run to fill the gap, the Algerian managed to get rid of the defender with his quality and pass the ball to the striker, who made the right call and had the correct angle to play the ball into space. Returning to our game, AS FAR was forced to change its formation from the first game and make adjustments to adapt to Raja's style while targeting their weaknesses and countering their strengths. AS FAR read the opponent very well, opting for a 5-2-3 formation, which was the perfect choice to face Raja at their home ground. So, what were the benefits of this decision? During Raja's build-up, AS FAR employed a pressing strategy with 3 players facing the diamond shape. Hadraf was responsible for marking the center back on his side, preventing them from making forward passes. On the other side, the number 8 had a similar role. Meanwhile, the striker's primary task was to prevent Raja Aholo from receiving any passes from Znidi or others. Another significant benefit of this formation was playing with wingbacks, which allowed AS FAR to mark Raja's full-backs in advanced areas of the pitch, and also reducing their offensive involvement. Playing with 3 center-backs provided them with the flexibility to track one of the 3 forwards if one of them dropped back and asked the ball. So let's take a look at what happened exactly during the game. Raja started with their shape, so AS FAR's plan was to prevent the defenders from playing deep passes and wait until they moved the ball to one of the full-backs. That was the trigger for their pressing. As we can see here, once the full-back received the ball, the AS FAR full-back made the run to press him. However, when the defensive line was high, the wing-backs stayed with the wingers of Raja, and they let Hadraf and number 8 mark Badawi and Belamri. During the game, Raja quickly found an exit. Aholo realized that he couldn't receive the ball while the striker was shadowing him. So, he moved aside to create space for one of the midfielders to drop back. This action caused a significant problem for AS FAR's midfield. As we can see in this action, when Magazzi dropped back, he forced Haramat to follow him and left the other holding midfielder alone with Al-Wardi. That's what made it easy for him to receive and pass the ball quickly. The solution was in midfield movement, in this situation and also in the second goal. Magazzi made the run out wide, and Haramat couldn't follow him. So, when Aholo came for support, the striker didn't follow him, which forced Hadraf to follow him instead of marking the center-back, who had enough time and space to play an accurate pass behind the defense to Zaruni.
توقيع 20 هدف. كيبقى رقم جيد في اولى الجولات. في الوقت تبعد المحاوله مرتد هجومي نوفل الازروني، انطلاقه ديال نوفل الازروني، فرصه الهدف، فرصه الهدف، فرصه الهدف، فرصه الهدف.
After the goal, the twist in the game occurred with a red card issued due to a lack of concentration from the defender, which forced him to commit the foul. After this moment, the team from the capital dominated the game, benefiting from overloads on both sides of the pitch created by the wingbacks, who had space to deliver many crosses into the box. However, that wasn't enough to score the equalizer. The situation remained this way until the 55th minute when the coach made his changes. He brought in two wingers and a playmaker, transforming the attacking shape into two wingers positioned deeper in the half spaces, two playmakers seeking the ball between the lines, and two wide fullbacks. This made the task of stopping them almost impossible, until the 79th minute when the number 10 succeeded in receiving a ball between the lines. With excellent technique, he managed to turn and pass the ball into a tight space for Al-Habi, who attacked the gap between the defenders and scored the equalizer, bringing an end to the El Clasico drama, which was one of the best games of the season.